Were you told to cut carbs or go keto to lose weight with PCOS? Well, here's what I feel about it.
Come on, you got it. Come on.
You don't have to. See that catch? Hey sisters, today I'm going to talk to you about the ketogenic diet so that you can decide whether or not this diet is the right fit for you. I got a special bonus for you at the end when I'll show you how to discover your carb tolerance. There are people who swear by the ketogenic diet and how much weight they were able to lose. And then there are people who say, oh my God, don't try it. My hair was falling out. I was so moody. It was terrible. Comment below your experience if you've tried keto. But before you give the ketogenic diet a try, let's break it down. What is keto? Keto is when you're drastically lowering your carb intake to about less than 50 grams of carbs a day. This gets you in a state of ketosis. Ketosis is when your body becomes incredibly efficient at burning fat for energy. Sounds pretty promising, especially if you've been struggling with weight loss for years and nothing's ever worked in the past. I remember years ago when I was struggling with PCOS weight loss in college. I heard about keto, so I figured, hey, if I just need to cut out all my carbs to lose weight, that sounds easy enough. I can do that. So I tried it one day, and it lasted one day. I couldn't handle it. The cravings, the mood swings, the lack of concentration in class. I really was falling apart on keto. The next thing I knew, I was stealing snacks from my roommate's stash in the middle of the night. Basically, looking back on this experience, I realized that I had no idea how to manage my blood sugar. Here I thought keto would be a straightforward solution and cutting out carbs would just be the answer, but I was wrong. The bottom line with keto is that you're ultimately lowering your carb intake in order to lower your insulin levels. Carbs make the hormone insulin spike. The problem comes in when you're insulin resistant. That's when insulin remains high after your meal. And this blocks our ability to burn fat. So when you don't eat any carbs while you're on keto, your body isn't going to release as much insulin. And you'll essentially be able to burn fat easier. Guess what? There are other ways to reduce insulin levels other than cutting out your carbs completely. For example, I could have changed my workouts to weight training instead of going on long runs at night. Weight training has been shown to improve insulin sensitivity. Another change I could have made was to cut back on dried fruit and instead have some fresh fruit and pair it with nuts to improve blood sugar control. With that being said, keto could be the right fit for you and just not for me. So you're probably wondering then, who should go on the ketogenic diet and who shouldn't? Like I said earlier, if you're super insulin resistant, it might be worth a try to temporarily go on keto. However, if you have other PCOS types accompanying your insulin resistance, like hypothyroidism or adrenal fatigue, then keto could be actually dangerous. If you don't know your PCOS type, you can take the quiz in the description to help you find out. Of course, it's not a diagnosis, but it can certainly help you start your journey. There is actually one study linking PCOS and keto. It took a look at 11 women with PCOS who were overweight or obese. They limited their carb intake to 20 grams or less per day for 24 weeks. Here were the results. Only 5 of the women completed the study, but their body weight reduced by 12%, their free testosterone reduced by 22%, and their fasting insulin reduced by 54%. 2 of the women became pregnant despite fertility problems. This sounds promising. However, let's remember that only 5 women completed that study, and this was not done long term. We don't know if all their levels went back to what it used to be after they stopped doing the ketogenic diet. The point is, there needs to be more studies done on women with PCOS and the ketogenic diet so we can look at the long-term picture to better understand the benefits and whether or not they're temporary. Suggesting keto really varies from person to person. If you're super insulin resistant, it can help. Unfortunately, it's not sustainable. and you can't stay on it forever. So your weight loss results won't last forever unless you find a way to manage insulin resistance long term. Since PCOS is a lifetime condition, we have to find an approach that's sustainable for life. That could be starting off on the ketogenic diet and then transitioning to a lifestyle that improves insulin sensitivity. Or you could not go on keto altogether and manage your insulin resistance in other ways, like lowering carbs a little, working out better for PCOS, and taking the right supplements. Check out my video on my favorite supplements for PCOS. I mentioned one of my favorites that helps improve insulin sensitivity. In the meantime, we can focus on ways to treat our insulin resistance through diet and lifestyle, and taking it one day at a time by finding sustainable approaches. We support women with PCOS on their journey in our membership program, the Sisterhood, where we help you discover your carb tolerance and go gluten and dairy free, and follow our PCOS-friendly workouts. All right, here's the bonus secret I want to share with you. You don't have to cut out all your carbs to manage your insulin resistance. As you might know by now, I'm all about long-term solutions that keep us happy and feeling good. So whether or not you choose to try keto, you can try just reducing your carbs a little first and see how that helps. A 2013 study found that even a very modest reduction in carbs, specifically reducing them to about 41% of calories, don't worry, we'll do the math later, led to significant improvements for women with PCOS. They saw improvements in weight, hormones, and PCOS risk factors. So let's think about this for a second. What is 41% of your calories? Let's do the math. If we're eating about 1,500 calories, then 41% of that is about 150 grams of carbs per day. Here's what you can try at home if you feel comfortable. Try tracking your carbs on an app like MyFitnessPal and reduce your carb intake to 150 grams per day. See how you feel. Are you fatigued after your meal, or do you feel super full? Then maybe 150 grams of carbs is a bit too much for you. If so, then you can slowly reduce your daily carb intake to 120 grams. If you feel fine eating 120 grams per day, keep your carb intake here. This is a part of our method that we use in the Sisterhood, where you can download our 7-day carb tracker and learn how to decrease or increase your carb intake based on your PCOS type. In the Sisterhood, you're also able to filter through my gluten and dairy-free recipe index by clicking on the carbohydrate range that you've decided to follow. So sisters, this is a bit of insight on going keto with PCOS. I hope you understand your symptoms a little bit better and feel more empowered about taking control of your body. Take the quiz in the description to see what type of PCOS you might have. And if you want to catch next week's video, don't forget to click the subscribe button. Not to mention, my husband 𝗖𝗟𝗏 and I really appreciate every like, comment, and share.